So there it is. Got the bottom end all assembled. Everything good to go. All right, there she is. We got a forged bottom end. Alright everybody, what's going on? I say it in every freaking video, I'm terrible with this whole YouTube stuff. So I've already started putting these pistons and rods together. Here are two that are already done. Put them back out here. So we got our Mali pistons with our Skunk 2 alpha rods. We got our C-clips in on a couple of these already. They're all back together. Got to put them in the block here. I still have obviously two more. Got one more in the box. My other rod is right here. So there's our new rod. Then our other two pistons. We got to put them all together. Got our C-clips over here and our wrist pins right there. So there's two more to go. The rings, wherever they have gone, my piston rings, here they are. Piston rings are gapped. I got 19 thousandths on the first ring, 21 thousandths on the second ring. The oil control ring is not gapped. And once that's done, we have our bearings, which are down here somewhere. That's idler. Here we go. So we got our bearings, King's race bearings, King's bearings. I don't know if they're the race versions, but they're King's bearings. It's all good there. So gotta just throw it all on the block. Be good to go. Everything's coming together. Alright, so putting the last piston and rod together, I figure I'll go ahead and record it. I already did the other three, as you can see. So we start with sliding the piston pin halfway through. Then we go ahead and pick up our rod. We make sure that our notches here are on the exhaust side of the piston. So if we look over here, our intakes are the big indents, our exhausts are the small indents. So our exhaust is on this side over here, so we want to make sure that our little indents are on that side. After that, we'll go ahead and see if I can situate this. Slide the pin through. There we go. And now all we got to do is seat in our C-clips. So two more C-clips. Let's go ahead and open the bag. Kind of hard to do here with one hand, y'all, but I'm trying. Here we go. Here. That for me. So what we do is we take our C-clip, we put it in our groove, and we want to position it in a way that our tangs are at this little divot. So then once we get that, we hold pressure with one finger. We take our flathead, go up here into the ring, and we just pry it down against the piston. Once it gets to a certain spot, oh, slid out. Here, let's try again one more time. So just put that in our groove. This thing's gonna be a pain. So, oops, pushed it out by accident. So there, get it in our groove. Get our flathead up there, and then should come on. This one's being a pain. It's always such a pain. There we go. There it is. So we got that one halfway. It's got a little bit of a groove sticking up. So we'll take our flathead, pry it in, and then you'll hear a nice little click. There it is, once it's in. So there, I got that snap ring all the way in, not going anywhere. Just gotta do the same thing to the other side. So we do the same deal. We get our last snap ring, and we position our tangs right there against that little groove. Put it in there, and then same thing. You just hold tension with your pointer finger on this part, right up here. If we could get it in the groove there. So. There we go. And yeah, there. Oh, popped out again. Hey, it's not trying. But you get the idea. You just rest it inside of the groove here, and then you use the piston to actually pry up against and get it into the actual groove. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this last one out. Get all 4 of my pistons done. Then I'll throw the bearings into these little braces here. I still have to break them apart because they are they're fractured. So fractured means that they're, if you look on the inside, you can see that there's no cut. So I'll have to take the rod bolts off and actually break them so that it's a perfect match. The reason why they do that is so that it is a perfect seam. There's no machined edge that could be slightly off and not seat properly. So we'll go ahead and get this last C-clip in so the wrist pin doesn't fall out. Get our bearings on there and get them thrown into the block so we can torque it all down. Alright, bottom end is fully assembled now. Got all of our pistons, rods, oil pan on here. Oil pan is tapped for oil drain. We have our what the hell is that thing called? Windage tray, that thing, yeah, windage tray, pickup tube, all that fun stuff. Like I said, we redid our oil feed, so we shouldn't have any more leaks from our sandwich plate. There's our sandwich plate guy right there, so no more leaks. We're just gonna run a filter straight to the back. Yeah, all we got to do now, throw our head gasket on, throw our head on, put our twin disc clutch on the other side here. Oh yeah, we got our rear cover. Oh man, you can't see. Can't see. Ah. Anyway, yeah. So we got our rear cover. Got to take the front cover back off. I just have it up there for mock-up, basically, to see what it looks like. Makes it look prettier. But it's all got to come back off. So we got to put the head on with the timing belt. The new timing belt is up there as well. Head gasket kit. Everything is over here. Blocking the light, so throw that over there. That's our intake manifold gasket. And in here, this is all of our upper end stuff. We have our cam seals, all of our valve stem seals, exhaust manifold gaskets in there, and then of course our valve cover gasket is that blue guy. And lastly, we have our ignore the throttle body gasket. That's not being used because that didn't come off, but head gasket is there. We're not going to use the copper spray. You've probably seen other videos of people using copper spray for the head gasket. I couldn't find any, so we're just going to send it without. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We'll find out. I mean, if the head gasket goes, we'll do copper spray on the next one, but we'll see. I have faith in it. We did not get our ARP main studs in time, so we are using just OEM Honda main bolts. So we'll see how well those last as well. Here is our other block. I'm falling. Other block on the floor. It's got the windows in it. Everything's so dark. I need to get a light, guys. Another broken girdle. Like, that thing is just trash. Our other JDM H22 rods and pistons that came out of this block originally. We took them out, of course, to go forwards. We have the Mail, I don't know what you call them, Gold series, so we could use them with the stock cylinder walls, and then our Alpha series Skunk 2 rods. So our internal should be good for all of it, 800, 700, whatever. I think the pistons are rated for like 700 or 800, and rods are rated for 900 plus. A little bit ago, I made a big old boo-boo. I did not have the bolt on the bottom here tightened in, so this whole thing separated. The block came crashing down, fell on the floor over here, and we ended up shipping our crank pulley. So yeah, that kind of sucked. I came down with it, not that big of a deal. I mean, I got a little bit of a boo-boo, little something there, nothing big, nothing major. Life goes on, shit happens, but we got it back up on the stand, we got everything flipped how it should be. I don't think any other damage happened other than that, so worst case scenario, we might have to get a new pulley, but we're gonna run it, see what it does for now. I mean, it was already chipped before on the front piece, so hopefully it's not that big of a deal. But yeah guys, stay tuned. Like I said, just gotta throw the head on here now, get the twin disc clutch on the back. I do need to buy an engine crane because the one that I used last time to put the block together was just a buddy's I was borrowing. So I gotta go out and buy one of those, slap the head on. Oh yeah, we started to get the trans out of here. I left the trans in there because I was lazy. So the trans has to come out now finally. Go ahead and pull the axles, tear off the axles and the wheels. I was really lazy on this, guys. I did as bare minimum as possible because I don't have a cherry picker. So I took the head off first, then I took the block out through the bottom, left the trans in there, and here we are. So stay tuned guys, more to come. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.